Greetings, one and all, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon D&D Ice. I am your host, your GM, your DM, the Gold Crow, and with me I have four of my wonderful friends with me, and one of which is going to do the recap of what we experienced on last episode. So why don't you take it away, that one geek?
Okay. So, last time, um, we started off by, well, we picked off where we left, at Thor's corpse. And we pretty much left the Plane of Lightning. There wasn't much else to do there. On our way out, through another mirror that we found and later destroyed, Sinbad evolved, into I believe shiny Ninetales. Weirdly shiny,
No,
weirdly not.
he just has blue eyes.
Okay, it just has blue eyes, right? Regardless, we headed back to our base camp to find Jameson drunk. And after some heated discussion in regards to that, we all split off to do our own thing. Sinbad went to go take Jameson upstairs, make sure he didn't choke on his own spit or anything like that. Sigurd decided to go finally take care of the remains of Vorgoth down in the basement, uh, s- so that Rethornatrix could have a nice corpse-free zone to himself. Aiden started work on the new suit of armor, the blue dragon armor suit to try and locate Thor. And Bree spent the rest of the night tinkering with meteorite shards to create a needle for that compass thing. Um, at the end of the session, we all went to bed, and two people had some surprise visits while they were sleeping. And the other two, well, they just kind of woke up. So yeah,
Yeah. Sabrina
we went.
was visited by the queen, and
Yes.
Sinbad had an encounter during the night. Let's just put
Mhm.
it that way. All right, but with that, yes, you can have your inspiration for the session. All right. So, Sabrina, we go back to your room,
All right.
but you're not in your room.
Uh-oh.
You are right here. Where is the toggle? Okay, no, I just do this. That works. You're right here. A very familiar room. It is the basement of your keep. You have had this dream a few times already, haven't you? But something feels different about this time. You are surrounded by allies and enemies alike, downed. Sigurd just held the Dusclops in a full Nelson as Izak went in for a kill, shattering him to bits. But something is off. Nero is still there when he disappeared from your sight during this battle. And after the event with Sigurd and Izak, Nero unleashed a swarm of meteorites that fell to the ground, hitting all your party members, hitting his own allies that shattered, leaving you as the sole colossal creature standing after this flurry of attacks. And after that, he looks at you and begins casting another spell.
She's going to try to counterspell it.
Okay. You were level 8 at this time, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
And your modifier would have been down.
Down to... Keep going.
Yeah. So take that all into account.
All right, it would have been a +4 then.
Okay. And roll.
I'm sorry. Before down by 2 because the proficiency bonus doesn't go up until like 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's down by 2. Got it. Oh wait, I don't add proficiency bonus to this yet. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Command D20 plus 4. 7.
Your counterspell fails as this necrotic energy heads towards you. You recognize this as power word kill. But when the spell is about to make contact with you, a glyph appears in front of you. And it retracts the spell and makes it just splutter into dust in front of you. And almost like this psychedelic after image of a creature starts just warping in front of you. And Nero's eyes kind of narrow at the sight of it as you see a four-tailed creature, emaciated, gray and withered. It looks like a duplicate, a very aged duplicate, a very sagely version of your ancestor before you, as he does his own counterspell.
She's watching like wide-eyed and has no idea what's going on right now.
It's the same color. He says, the Nero standing in the middle of the pool, "How many times do you have to interfere, old man? Eventually, every time you clash, the sooner you'll be out of my hair." And the old sagely figure stands in front of you, just glaring at your nemesis here. He doesn't flinch. He's almost unblinking. His stance is firm despite his sickly, weakly physique. But the Nero in the center begins to back away. And he begins casting a spell again. You'd probably know this one. It's Dimension Door. What do you do?
She's let's see, she has 4th level spells right now, so she's gonna try to upcast to level 4 to counterspell it.
Okay. He is going to Do you wish to fight me then?
She immediately stops counterspelling.
And he poofs away. You can insight him too. All things
right.
considered. I don't know if your insight changed between then.
No, it did not.
All right.
Well, it went up by 1 because of proficiency, so it's a +4. 15.
There wasn't really a sense of fear on him before he went away. It was more that he was just annoyed.
All right. She's gonna look around at everyone, and then she's gonna look to the figure in front of her, and she's gonna say, "Who are you?"
He regards you as he extends a paw. These ethereal clockwork-like creatures, they look like constructs, begin floating above your friends and begin kind of poking and prodding and spraying your friends' bodies. And Ezek as well.
What are you doing to them?
You need not worry, they are merely being stabilized. His demeanor goes from standing strong and tall against Nero. Shoulders go relaxed, and he looks to you with, despite being stoic through this whole encounter, he gives you a slight warm smile. My dearest Sabrina, I've noticed you've changed yourself.
She looks at her fur. I'm assuming it's still silver in the dream.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say I did it on purpose, but I have, yes.
But you have the means to fix it. I know you do. Why don't you?
Because
You want to feel unique? You wish to stand out?
She nods.
Well, know that you are what makes you special. You don't need to change to fit any mold to please anyone. Sabrina, when you realize this, and I know you will realize this, he extends his paw again, and a small little treasure chest, ethereal, appears above it, floating above it. In the spot he is standing right now, it descends into the ice. Tell your brother that this item is down there. Hopefully, by the time you realize this, he will be ready to use it. Now, sleep.
I'm assuming that she does so.
Well, I got 49, and you have...
31.
Ah, yes. Your mind goes blank. And then... your eyes flutter open. There's something That wasn't a dream, Sabrina. That wasn't a dream. That was a memory that you had somehow forgotten and somehow remembered. Something you did let you remember that.
And she's just in her room right now?
You are in your room, exactly where you were when you smoked the queen in your bed.
Okay, and it's morning.
It is morning.
All right, she's going to kind of hurriedly get out of her bed and get all of her stuff together before heading downstairs as fast as she can.
All right.
Or more specifically, Sib's room, if she knows where that is. I'm assuming he would have told her.
Yeah, so this is kind of a very roundabout way, because he's in, like, the tower. He's literally in the tower over.
Okay. So yeah, she does go downstairs.
But you'd have to, like, go downstairs, like, go to the north and go upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. You want to go to his room?
Yeah, assuming she doesn't bump into anyone that stops her on the way.
No. What do you think everyone, Aiden and Sigurd, what do you think you would be doing in the morning?
Let's see. I mean, the Forge project would wait. He'd actually probably be curious about finally getting rid of all this fertilizer that's on him.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's well. I mean, actually, that probably means Sabrina would bump into him during the morning.
Yeah, if she's just kind of taking the standard way to Sinbad's room, you'd probably see her running through the hallways as she, like, goes down to the go get access to the northern wing of the fortress.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see her in a hurry running towards there.
Sabrina, is something wrong? It's
Oh, hey, Aiden. I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay? I need to talk to Sib.
oh,
Yeah, sorry.
he just probably stands there confused at why she's in such a rush right now before just going back to trying to set up the greenhouse.
Her fur is yellow.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
And Sigurd, what would you be doing?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Geek, you are muted if you are trying to say anything.
My bad. So aside from the general morning routine, Sigurd, actually, he'd probably try and catch Aiden on the way downstairs, on his way downstairs.
You were in the barracks too, so you slept there for the night. So you probably see Jameson getting up and
Yeah, well, in between him waiting for Aiden to come down and all that, he's making sure Jameson's like all right and not too hungover.
oh,
Right.
he's got a pillow. He's like, oh, I need the cold side. My head hurts.
Oh, just don't go outside or really deal with any bright light.
Yeah, that's why I have it over my eyes.
Assuming this has happened before Aiden even went to the.
Yeah. Once Aiden does come down, Sigurd would actually pull him aside for a second. So that coal you have, where is it right now?
Just upstairs.
Would we be able to take it away from there for a moment?
Why I kind of need it for the armor.
Well, for the top floor. That whole top floor that's encased in ice. Perhaps we could try and melt through some of it, get into that top bedroom, see what's going on in there.
Well, if you have a good suggestion on how to get it back in its container, then I guess I'm not going to be doing anything with the forge right now.
Well, I assume you took it out with tongs? It should be easy enough
there
to just
should
put it back
still
in.
be. If you're going to end up doing, I actually had something I was trying to take care of this morning, but there should be tongs in there.
Okay.
I'd recommend 2 pairs of them. It's really
Right.
hot.
Right. Okay. Alright. I'll take care of that then. Thank you.
Just try not to get it to cool down.
Right.
Probably the worst thing we can do is directly drop it on that ice.
Right.
Okay.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen. So yeah, Sigurd's gonna go do that.
You're gonna go grab the. So you're probably not gonna bump into Sabrina then.
No.
No. Okay. So I'll let you go up there, and I'll let Sabrina get to Sinbad's room. You're ahead his room, which is kind of stairs that lead to a door.
All right. Is the door locked, Sib?
Probably not.
Okay, in that case, she's just gonna barge in.
All right.
Okay. The door swings open. She's like,
Sib, Sib,
and she's gonna run over and like jump up onto his bed and start pawing at him.
Sib, wake up.
He's probably has newfound hair after going to sleep and growing it out, basically. So he's probably it's probably staticky too, like in the air, just like high.
Sib, we need to go downstairs. I had a dream last night, and it. Okay, give me just a second.
She just kind of composes herself.
He kind of smiles. Well, at least you're yellow again. I did always like that best.
She smiles a little, but you can tell that she's still trying to get her bearings. It looks like she just woke up herself, and she says,
Okay, I had a dream. No, it wasn't a dream. I remembered something that that happened when we were fighting Nero in the basement. Something everyone was on the floor. Everyone was down. Everyone was dying, and then someone else appeared. After Nero tried to attack me, I couldn't counterspell it. It was power word kill, and I couldn't counterspell it. But then it was like another Nero appeared in front of me and counterspelled it himself, and he had 4 tails, and he said that there's something in the basement that I need to show you.
Sabrina, what should I make this? Do a history check.
"Okay." 9. "28.
Okay, yeah. Trying to accept that was actually what happened during that battle. You're putting things together, some odd things that day that happened. Izek left looking for his contact, but you were only gone for a few hours, and he said he wasn't there. And how Calder was just immediately attacked, just out of the blue. There's uncounted time for some reason.
Quill's mind is trying to wrap around that. Give me just a second.
So either she's repressed memories or something time stop.
It's not just her, it's everyone.
Oh.
Unless You want to share something with us?
No, Sinbad, you remember that fight, and you remember the time stop. You remember just it ending after Sigurd slashed the guy. You remember Nero retreating. You don't remember this happening.
Yeah, I don't remember getting meteor swarmed, although he's probably the most willing to accept it because of time stop.
Actually, because I'll have you do one more roll, and it'll be an Arcana roll, Sabrina,
Okay.
just because that one was so good.
21.
Okay, so just all the pieces, the puzzle pieces kind of floating, Izek getting abandoned, Calder getting attacked just out of nowhere, this actually happening. Sabrina, your memories were modified, and remove cursed got rid of it.
Seb, our memories were modified.
But how many spells did Nero cast then? Why would he leave us with... Well, why would he leave me with the time stop?
I don't know, but we need to get to the basement. There's a treasure chest down there that you're supposed to see. There's apparently something in it that you need to use.
Is it already too late for that?
I don't know. He just told me that when I realized that I didn't need to be special for anyone, I would need to show you. I don't know if that's actually what happened, but I did remove the curse. Come on, just let's go find it.
I wanted to talk to Rathanatrix anyway. I'm sure that walking down the halls, Sinbad is probably just a walking cloud right now.
He looks like a fox that has its winter coat going.
He's just extra puffy and he doesn't even notice.
All right. Well, so while you guys discuss that and head downstairs, Sigurd, you go into this makeshift forge that Aiden has constructed. It's a little rough around the edges since he kind of set it up into the night and it's not really organized, but it kind of has the essentials. You can see he was working on a set of armor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see the container that you were given by the queen.
Right. So the container, there's probably a pair of tongs on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the forge itself is like a pit with the coal in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Aiden used 2 pairs of tongs for that, so
yeah. Sigurd will follow his advice. With the 2 pairs of tongs. And yeah, try to move that, relocate the thing from the pit or from the fireplace back into its casing.
You left it in there all night?
Did you? Did Aiden?
I did not think about that.
Hmm.
Did you leave it in there? Did you,
I
outside
don't
of
know.
the case?
I mean, logically, though, if it was going to make the room super hot, then no.
Okay. So it would be in its, like, containment, then.
Okay, it's in its case then? Alright, and then in that case, Sigurd's like, oh, well, that hard part's already been done for me. And he's just gonna grab the case and take it upstairs. It's like one of those things where like you take half off, right, and then put it back on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it has a
Then, yeah.
handle on it, too.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, his whole plan is just to take the case up to the like top middle floor, right up here,
Yeah.
where the door was frozen over, correct?
Yes.
Like completely.
It's like caked
So
in ice.
yeah, so he's gonna hold it over there and just take the top off to see if it can try and melt some of it through with that intense heat.
Yeah. Given 10 or 15 minutes, you definitely could get it to a degree where you can open the door, because it's really thick right now, so you just got to sit there for a while.
Yeah, he'd go ahead and do that.
But you probably bump into Sabrina and Sinbad on the way up there.
Yeah.
So you guys see Sigurd. You see them in a hurry going downstairs.
What's the rush? Is everything all right?
We don't know yet.
Apparently, I dropped something into Thaunatrix's lake.
You didn't put it there.
Okay.
Well, at any rate, we're gonna go fishing.
Oh, also, you removed that curse on yourself, Sabrina?
Yeah, it
Well-
apparently also removed a casting of Modify Memory.
What?
Yeah, I'll explain it when we get down there. At least then I can point to everything that was happening.
Couldn't we just?
Wait, so what
Couldn't
happened?
you just cast it on us and no explanations necessary?
He wouldn't have, I don't think he would have had to cast it on you. You all were dying.
What?
Okay, let's have a walk and talk.
So she's going to explain her dream to them as they head down into the basement. Or rather, her remembrance.
Well, are you changing your trajectory then, Sigurd, or are you still going?
Yeah, this thing says we've done another time back.
He kind of glances at the stairs and back, or kind of glances up and down the stairs. I was like,
If
You
you're
know what,
busy,
is it-
I can just tell you later.
give me the brief rundown. What happened?
You all were dying. Another Nero showed up. He had 4 tails. He saved my life. Put a box in the basement.
Are all families like this?
Uh,
Well,
I don't know.
proper
I've only ever had
families-
one family. You tell me.
I've never had one to begin with, at least in the traditional sense.
All right, Aiden, is this normal?
He's not here.
He's not here. He's.
We'll have to ask
I
Aiden.
don't
He's
know
the
where he went.
professional on normal.
Regardless, okay. I'll fill me in later with the specifics.
okay.
Where were you heading again, Aiden?
The greenhouse.
The greenhouse.
Just-
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The little greenhouse.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So Sigurd goes upstairs. Aiden goes upstairs. Sabrina and Sinbad go downstairs. We'll go to Aiden. You were in this scorched greenhouse.
It would have been nicer if they didn't have to firewall this place, but let's just try this all over again.
He's probably gonna spend the morning like trying to finally offload all this stuff that he's had, considering
The fertilizer.
the fertilizer, and maybe even just trying to get the 2 things that we found planted, which are, well, not 2. I guess there's the 3. There's the berries, the blue apples, and then he's still got that one, the one magic flower.
All right. What are your? Do you have herbalism as a?
Funny enough, yeah. Thanks to the island.
Okay. Yeah. Then you are able to do this. All right. So we're gonna have rolls for each one. So despite being scorched, the pots and the flower beds are still available. You have fertilizer, so you can easily fill them all up. So for each different plant, I'm gonna have you do a nature roll.
Okay.
So tell me what you're using first.
Let's start with the flower.
Okay.
So I'll just roll the nature then.
Yeah.
Ooh, 30.
All right. Yeah, you think you have successfully planted it or transplanted it?
Alrighty. Guess just might as well go with the other ones then.
Yep. D&D gardening.
Yay.
How
How the heck it works with planting
intense.
these, because there's a bunch of them. Am I going to need to do multiple rolls?
Yes, for each
one?
different plant, you need a different nature roll because it.
Okay. Should I just roll these in bulk?
Sure.
So let's see. 2 of the berries, 2 of the apples.
You're going to be spending a lot of your time up here, so after you do
Yeah.
this, you're probably going to be out of action for a while.
All right. And then I just got to add 12 to each of these.
Oh my gosh. So the worst is a 20. No, the worst is a 21.
Worst is a 21, yeah.
That's successful all around.
All right.
So, how many beds are there? So I'll say there's one on each wall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can plant a total of 6 different things.
All right. Well, that was 5 just now.
Okay, so you have one bed available. All right. We'll go to Sigurd. You're kind of waiting too as you're melting the door. So we'll go down to Sabrina and Sinbad in the basement. As you go down to the basement, you see Rothernatrix in his dragon form yawn as you two shiver because it's really cold down here. And he says to you, "Greetings, Sinbad. Greetings, Sabrina. What brings you down here?"
Hi, Rothonatrix. We're just looking for something.
Oh, Sigurd already transplanted that horrific corpse out of here.
Oh, that's not what we're looking for.
What are you looking for, then?
It should be a box. Right around here.
And she's gonna go to the spot she was standing in her memory.
All right. Let me just clear the map here. Just mass and delete. And then we go to player characters, and we throw out a Sinbad and a Sabrina. All right.
And
So
they really do look like siblings now. Oh my gosh.
All right. She's probably gonna pull the Expedition Society gear out of her bag and just kind of drape it over herself while we're doing this, and she's gonna say,
It's got to be somewhere around right here, Sib. Do you see anything?
the ice is kind of dense and thick, and it's gotten worse since Rothernatrix has gotten here.
I'm pretty sure if it's anywhere, it's all the way down at the bottom of the lake.
she did see it go down into the ice, right?
Yeah,
Or-
it kind of
yeah.
phased down into the ice. This little miniaturized treasure chest.
No, it was right here, Sib. I saw it go into the ice. Rothernatrix, how good are you at excavating ice? Are you as good at doing that as you are making it?
Oh yes, I can excavate it. Is there something Sigurd missed?
No, there should be a little miniature treasure chest about right here, down in the ice.
He begins. Just let me see something. Yeah, he begins shoveling out the ice as he's digging in the spot, and he goes down almost 40 feet. And he says, oh my.
Did you find it?
As he begins climbing out, and you see his clawed hand holding a. He's a medium creature right now, so he's not really enormous yet. So, yeah, he's holding this. He's holding nothing between his claw right now. There's clearly something there. It appears to be a treasure chest.
Well, it's invisible to us, or me at least.
Oh no, can I see it?
Do you have true sight? Or
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't see it, but he places it kind of to the side in front of you. Was this what you were looking for?
It must be. I can't really see it, but this is the spot.
Well, I have no need for it, so here you go.
Right. Thank you, Thernatrix. Sorry about making you dig up your floor.
Oh, that's no problem. As he, like, exhales ice and fills it back up.
I guess we'll find out what second grandpa left for us.
Are you going to open it up here?
I guess so.
It's really cool.
I think we should go somewhere warmer, Sib. Let's go upstairs.
Okay, he's gonna pocket it. Rethernatrix, I do have something to ask you, though.
What is it? You look, I mentioned that haven't mentioned, yet, to you, look quite different now.
Yeah, I'm a Ninetales now, and that's kind of what I want to ask about. You live a really long time, and Ninetales live a really long time. How is that? How do you deal with that? Because I'm gonna outlive everyone, won't I?
Yes, it's a subject I try not to think about, but my status as a great worm comes with that burden of outliving friends I make over the centuries. And it never gets easier, but I try to hold on to mementos of the friends I made along the way to keep their memory alive with me. It's probably not the answer you're looking for, but that's the way life works. It's fleeting.
It does make sense. I figured it would be better if I tried to prepare myself for it earlier rather than later. But thank you.
Yes. I will say nothing can really prepare you for such a thing because it only happens once. Once the candle is extinguished for others, that's it. I realize it is a hard subject to contend with.
Yeah, but I guess it's one that I'll have to.
But I've also learned that the Reaper makes life shine even more. What I've admired is what the mortal Pokemon do with the time they have. I mean, look at you four. What you've done over this journey of yours across the ice continent. It's a story I may regale others with centuries from now.
Well, maybe you'll be sharing it with others with Sib.
He kind of gets the picture and just kind of gives this half-hearted nod.
And maybe me.
Sinbad looks at her like confused, but also somewhat happy.
Your clone's a thing. You know I'm trying to get it. As long as you don't watching me, like, die every 100 years or so, only to come back.
Isn't that like 8th or 9th circle, though?
Well, yeah. I don't see what problem there is.
Right, you've got time to figure it out.
I will
She
warn you,
nods.
there are stories of spellcasters cheating the Reaper like that, and some of those stories don't have happy endings.
We'll see.
Maybe he'll give her a pass for mincing Nero.
But as you take this chest upstairs, we cut back to the top floor of the keep, where there's a few bangs as Sigurd kind of stumbles through this beautiful master bedroom with this large bed, treasure chest at the foot, several one mirror on a desk, and furniture caked over with ice in a similar manner. It's not as cold as Returnatrix's dwelling, but it's had time to heat up a bit. But yes, here you are in this room. There are a few desks. There's that large bed with a treasure chest at the foot of it. There is a mirror at the desk.
Yeah, Geek, you're muted again.
All right. So, yeah, he just kind of busts through the door, just like, oh, finally. Okay. Let's see. So for the time being, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna kind of inch over, careful not to slip.
Yeah.
Go ahead and place the stone right here for now.
Okay.
In its case, of course.
Yeah.
But so that maybe the room itself can heat up a little bit more before placing it back. Another like 10 minutes or so shouldn't hurt. And he's gonna start searching through. So there's the chest, there's this nice bed.
Yeah.
And everything's like coated in like a layer of frost, basically.
Yeah, just really thick ice.
Oh, thick ice. Okay. First thing he's gonna do is he's gonna go over and inspect the mirror.
You look at the mirror, and I want you to do a... What should I do this as? I'm gonna say just investigation or survival.
Survival. Okay. Got it. Do I have anything done with that? Okay, no. I thought you were going to say charisma save, and I was about to be like, dang it! It's one of those. Okay. I do have exhaustion still, but... Okay, 25.
Wow.
Okay.
Crit.
Okay, you notice this is kind of a strange mirror. It's actually a diamond.
Oh.
And because you got such an amazing roll, it's part magical. It seems like you spin the mirror and you see different things in it. As you turn it a little to the right, like it's kind of like spinning a wheel. And there are kind of nine different sets for it.
Okay. Hey, can I like tries it for a second?
When you
Oh.
you're gonna spin it?
Yeah, he's gonna kind of like try it, spin around, see what happens.
When you spin it on the first set, you see the room with a lot of different desks and several different papers strewn about, with a large capsule that appears to be broken open. You smell ozone. The very familiar smell of ozone.
Wait, is this the room that was in the Plane of Lightning?
Yes, it is that room.
Oh.
It's focused on the capsule that contained the clone. I think that Sabrina explained.
Yeah. So that place still exists. Wait. He's gonna turn to the next?
You are now in this frigid, icy room with kind of the same setup, but it's in this frigid, frozen laboratory with, again, a broken capsule.
Oh. There's 9 of these things? Wow, Nero's very on brand. He's gonna look through the rest of them real quick.
Okay.
See if there's anything he immediately recognizes before
The
turning.
The next one is a scorched, this kind of really hot-looking laboratory. Flames just licking the sides of this kind of glass room. But this one does have a clone inside of a vat.
Okay. And anything else on like sides 4 through
You're going again?
Sure.
You're turning it again? Okay. This one, you hear Rethurnatrix's voice. He seems to be talking about life and death. You're kind of just looking at him right now. And he appears to be in his dwelling.
Wait a minute. Oh. I'm gonna go to side 9 real quick.
You go to this was you're on 4. You go to 9. I need you to do an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. All right. That's not good. You know what? I'm gonna what is the word? Clangorous Soul for this.
Okay.
Because that's still only a +3. 9.
All right. So when you just kind of skip to the last one, your eyes kind of bulge out of your head and you give this silent scream as blood starts running out of your nose and ears as you saw the literal embodiment of nothing. I don't mean like a white void. I don't mean like a black area. I don't mean like a transparent. I mean, you saw literal nothing.
Ah,
Because even a void is something. Even a transparent water is something. You saw nothing. And you're going to take 15 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned for 1 minute. As you all probably hear from upstairs.
yeah.
So yeah, as you go upstairs, Sabrina and Sinbad, you hear a scream come from upstairs, and you probably hear it too, Aiden.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he was watching Rathanatrix talk about life and death, though, wouldn't that mean Sabrina and Sinbad are still in the basement, though?
Oh, I guess so. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, probably only Aiden heard it.
In that case, oh gosh, this is making all these things awkward given the timing.
But it lasts a minute, so you're probably out of it now, Sigurd.
Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone comes up by the time they do that, he's like switched the mirror back to like the first set with like while like looking away from it and just kind of like God. Okay. That sucks. Why there of all things? Okay. I guess if no one else like comes over, he's just gonna kind of glance back at the diamond one last time with a frown before moving on to kind of search the rest of the room.
I feel like Aiden would have at least come in to check on Sigurd.
Yeah, okay, so Aiden, you're probably coming in at the tail end of this as you like see Sigurd turn around with bloodshot eyes and like blood leaking out of his snout and ears.
Yeah, wipes it away.
I was going to ask if you're okay, but
Fine. Mirror is dangerous. Be careful with it.
dangerous. Like dangerous like the other mirrors, or
It showed me it's not a mirror, it's some sort of way to see different places. One of them was the plane of lightning, another the plane of ice, another the plane of fire. Which, by the way, there's another one of those clone chambers in there.
oh,
Another was Returnatrix's. Another was down in the basement. Returnatrix. Well, where Returnatrix lives is where he is right now. And then the last one. Don't look at the last one.
what's the last one?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
Literally nothing.
It doesn't sound that bad.
You'd think so. Kind of like wipes the blood off of him. I don't know why you'd want an easy way to look at that to begin with, but yes, that's there. Anyways, I'm gonna search the rest of the room. How long do you think I should leave that thing out before I close it back up again? He says, gesturing to the magma stone, which is like just kind of sitting on the desk, kind of like just like a heater.
I mean, the rest of the place should eventually heat this place up. I don't know if you need to open that long.
Okay. Give it a couple more minutes then. I should be fine up here. If anything goes wrong again, you'll hear it.
Yeah. Still don't sound nothing to be that bad.
I wouldn't recommend looking at it, but I'm not going to stop you.
He's curious, but he knows better.
Okay.
Like, you probably just see Aiden glances at that mirror a few times before he finally ends up leaving the room.
All right.
Just shakes his head. God.
Sabrina and Sinbad, you walk up from the basement. You are now in kind of the just ground level.
Okay.
Are we going back to my room or your room or?
Let's go to your room. We probably shouldn't be near that book in case something crazy happens.
To Sinbad's room?
Yeah.
Doodle-doodle-doo. All right. We go up to Sinbad's room, which is kind of a plain room. Yeah, you go inside and with this invisible item in your possession. What do you wish to do?
All right, I guess it's the time to open it.
You don't really know it's a treasure chest, so you have to finagle with it a little bit.
Look, feel around for a latch.
Yeah. It's like a little toy. But after a little finagling with it, you eventually find the opening, and you open it up, and next to you appears a larger treasure chest.
Oh,
It's a nesting doll.
the thing we're actually supposed to have is probably in this chest.
Inside the larger chest is an even larger chest.
We're gonna open the bigger chest now, I guess.
All right, you unlatch it and pop it open, and there are two things inside here: a small note and this exquisite-looking hand mirror.
All right, let's read the note. We were pretty sure Rafa started this.
It says, "The Observer at the End of Time."
I don't like the sound of that. All right, I guess we'll move on to the mirror.
It's a very exquisite looking mirror. It's decorated with various jewels. You could sell this for the jewels alone for a lot, but there are some magic properties to it. You'd reckon.
Well, what does it do?
Does it function like a normal mirror?
It just looks like a normal mirror as you're holding it now.
I don't know. He's gonna try to stick his paw through it.
It just kind of, you just touch it and paw at it. Nothing's really happening.
Said
Brain-
something about peering to the end of time and... Oh, wait. He's gonna then try to look at Sabrina through it.
You see Sabrina.
Okay, well, there goes that theory.
Do you want me to try to identify it?
Probably worth doing. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with it.
Here,
Or
let me-
why it's supposed to be here for me. It seems like it needs someone with bigger brain power than me.
Well, let's hope my brain's big enough for it.
What are you doing? with it?
So she's going to start casting Identify as a ritual.
Okay, then we're gonna go over to Sigurd.
Okay.
All right. Doodly-doo. Luckily, he's in the room just down. All right, Sigurd. What would be your next kind of point of interest?
Is the chest still frozen over?
If you hold it to it for about 5 minutes, you could definitely just kind of force it open with your strength. Is the
Pop the
ice
lock.
melt?
Yeah. Well, if it's not unfrozen yet, while he's still waiting for the entire room to thaw, he's gonna go try and check out these books.
The books are not frozen, actually. They're on the shelf, which is frozen, but the books are not frozen. They are various books about magic, not necessarily spell books. But
They're all written in common?
yes, they are all written in common. I will also have you roll a d9.
Okay. 8.
8, okay. Now I will have you roll a... I'll have you roll 2d10s.
D10. Okay. What happens if I get 10 and 10?
Did you get 10 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 and 10. Oh my gosh.
There is a spell scroll here.
Oh. Oh. Okay. He'll just kind of pick that up, see if he can discern what scroll it's for, or what spell it's for.
It is for Mind Blank.
Oh! I see. Sigurd looks at this, and his eyes kind of widen. Looking at that before putting it in his bag.
Okay.
That I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, I agree with the reaction image. So yeah, looking at that, okay, he's gonna briefly kind of skim over the rest of the books before moving on to see if there's anything of import.
Most of these just seem to be just kind of just they're books for spellcasters basically, and you just kind of found this kind of hidden amongst them.
So it's a bunch of jargon.
Yeah, to you probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sabrina would
So,
probably like these things, but
yeah, Sabrina might enjoy reading this, and Alderion probably wouldn't. So I'll just leave the rest of this up here for now. Kind of looks at that scroll nervously before just shaking that off for now. Um, with the desk, is there any um like compartments or anything under here? He's gonna do the classic check under for the secret compartment.
all right, do it.
Or check under the middle bit.
I'll keep that in mind, but do an investigation roll.
Okay. Yeah. Well, investigation. I do not have investigation, and I am two.
Well, you're looking for that specifically, so that is kind of the you do find it, and underneath it is basically a component, $1,000 diamond or 1,000 gold good diamond. But you don't really find anything else inside of just kind of the drawers and everything.
Just a bunch of like papers and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he'll pocket the diamond. That could be useful for Sabrina as well. And let's see. Is there anything else I want to do before checking out this chest? It's a bunch of. What's with all the? Are these all like drawers and such, or like dressers?
There's nothing really on these. They're just they're empty, just shelves.
Ah, okay. All right. He's kind of searched the whole room, but before he goes to like check out this chest, he's gonna look under the bed and under the rug.
You don't really find anything there.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I guess he'll probably spend those next few minutes trying to pop this thing open.
Okay. You're just gonna open it?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's indomitable that. That's a 13.
You put -7.
Oh wait, I put -7. That's an unnatural 20.
All right.
Never mind. No indomitable.
All right. That will be. Let's roll it on Google thing. You passed, so that is going to be 25 points of cold damage, and I need you to do a frost check as well, as this blast of cold air just blows out of, like, it almost makes this giant snowflake at the top floor, like just from outside.
Now I have to melt all that. Okay, let me make that frost check. So plus 20. Wait, is this still active? I think so.
Where did you have the coal set, by the way?
The coal? It's over here.
Okay, it wasn't in there.
No, it was not near there. Thankfully. Let me just get all my modifiers together. 31.
All right. That's a. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, that's another point of exhaustion.
Ow.
Okay. but inside the chest appears to be a latched spellbook, similar to the one Sabrina carries.
Oh no. Okay. Are there any keys anywhere in this chest as well?
We'll get back to that once we go back to Sabrina and yes, okay. So for the last 10 minutes, you had your hand on this mirror. And
Do I need to do the ritual thing?
yes, because you're doing a ritual.
Okay.
Right.
D4.
Wouldn't this be hilarious if
3.
it turned you shiny again?
Oh, Sabrina would love that.
Okay. All right. So, what you have learned about this mirror, it is a magic item that is contact other plane through this mirror. And what that does is you contact a demigod, a spirit of a long dead person, or some other mysterious entity at another plane. But this is not without failure. It's kind of a crapshoot. You make an intelligence saving throw, and if you fail, you take a bunch of psychic damage, and you go insane for 24 hours. But if you are able to contact, if you pass the check, and this is all mechanically, of course, if you pass it, you make contact with a entity, and it can answer one-word questions. I believe it's 5. So I think it's yes, no, maybe. Oh, the spell gives some yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear. And if it would be misleading, it is up to my discretion to turn it into a short phrase.
Well, you're in danger using it if you aren't smart.
And she just kind of looks at him with kind of a grimace on her face.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Anyway, it's contact other plane. You basically can ask it a question and it'll answer. Usually with one word.
I'm assuming he gave it to us to talk to Folger then, or himself? Unless he's inside of you.
Good one. But yeah, if you can't resist the effects, you kind of go insane until you rest.
Well, that's comforting.
Yeah. Well, he wanted you to have it, so here you go.
I mean, does that mean he wants me to use it to talk to him, or just to use it in case of emergency?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Question.
Yeah.
If you allow me to ask this out of character, was it a one-time use item or
it's
a recharge?
It's a one-time use.
Oh no!
Well, like one-time use, and then it recharges the next day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And you have to attune to it as well.
Interesting.
I'm like, oh boy, it just gets better and better. Well, I guess I'll hold on to it for now, although I don't know how or when I'll use it. He's
Well,
just kind of
maybe-
like blow, does the equivalent of blowing into his hands.
Well, maybe when we have a day where we know we're not going to be doing anything dangerous, you can give it a shot. Or, yeah, it's probably our best bet.
And we still have a lot of day to go today.
Yeah,
Although, if I go insane, what does that mean? Does this mean I'm running around in circles, or does that mean I go
No.
supernova?
no, you just kind of turn into a vegetable.
What?
Well, not an actual vegetable. You basically you don't really do much besides, you basically forget how to talk and do things. You just
Yeah. You think you've heard of like sorcerers and spellcasters just using this kind of spell? They just kind of lick the floor and start eating pillows and stuff. Screaming incoherently.
Nice.
So basically you're pretty much unaffected. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
I mean, surely I can just talk to Fulgur anyway, right? Without this?
I doubt it. Anyway, we still need to talk to Mom and Dad, so you probably want to put off trying that until we have.
There's a lot of things to talk about.
Well, we've got 10 minutes, so make sure you prioritize.
Aiden, you have finished planting all of your flower children. So with your hands all dirty from soil, nothing really blooming yet because actually you kind of transplanted them, so there's some color to this place. It's after Serena redecorated. What do you wish to go? Where do you wish to go from here?
He's probably gonna actually head back up to the room Sigurd was in just to see if he's still using the coal.
All right. So as you're like kind of traveling up there's this like brilliant flash of white light as it gets colder all of a sudden, and you probably rush up the stairs after that.
Oh no, don't tell me that was Sigurd.
We're fine. We're fine.
As you see,
Trapped again.
see him kind of looking down at inside of a treasure chest at the foot of the bed.
Okay, first of all, he's gonna look to see if the coal is all right.
The coal is all right. If you put it on this desk over here, it would not have been hit by the cone.
Okay. Okay, then yeah. Sigurd just kind of gestures over to the coal, says, "I think we're done for now. We just leave the door open and it'll probably all air out." Aiden.
Yeah.
So he slowly reaches into the chest and pulls out the book,
You're gonna pull out
showing
the book?
it to... Yeah.
Okay. You reach into the treasure chest. You lift up this book. Nothing seems to happen. It's this black book with this kind of... has a black border with this very icy texture on the front of it, on the front cover. There's a latch with a key.
This he just kind of like shows it over, like shows it to Aiden, kind of points at it. This this seems familiar, does it not?
Just a little bit, like a certain other book we found before.
Yeah. He's gonna look. Yeah, he's gonna look back in the chest. Is there anything else in here?
That was all that was in there. When you look at the top of the chest of the lid, like underneath the lid, there's this strange glyph with 9 circles under it that seems to have be like kind of. It seems to kind of be burning out. Like it's kind of like when you flip a burn a paper.
Okay, glyph. Okay, I see. I guess that's what caused that. Oof. Okay, hopefully this place is no longer trapped. Well, I guess that was the only actual trap. The other was
nothing.
Was nothing.
Do you think that was Nero's spell book?
Maybe. Or it's something similar to shoot, I'm blanking on the name. What is her name again?
Tiamatsia.
Tiamatsia. Or it's something similar to Tiamatia's book. Do we have any of those keys left?
I think Sabrina would have those.
Well, I guess there's no reason not to ask. We've got this as well for her. He kind of pulls out the diamond. This might be useful for spellcasting endeavors.
A lot in here, huh?
There's a couple things. That thing over there, he shows it, gestures over to the mirror. Still seems interesting. Just though I don't know how safe it is. But it might give us a clue in on some of the other important locations to Nero.
While Sigurd's talking about this, Aiden's gonna go over to the container and close it up.
All right. Where do you guys wish to go from here?
Well, we don't know that Sabrina and Sinbad are in Sinbad's room, so Sigurd would probably just head down here to the main, or not the main floor, but the second floor.
Okay. The second floor or the first? Oh, the second floor right here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he'll just head down to the Actually, he's gonna collect all these books over here.
Yeah.
And he'll head down to the first floor.
All right.
See if Alderian wants any of them before kind of waiting for Sabrina and Sinbad to, well, head down there as well.
Okay. I'll say you all reconvene if that's the case.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa, Sigurd, what happened to you?
Top floor had a trap or two in it. Well, just one. The other was nothing. Anyways, I found this. He says, presenting the book.
She takes one look at it and says, "Gimme," and she just kind of swipes it from him and just turns it around, and looks at it.
No, hold on.
Yeah, I don't think you could wrestle it out of Sigurd's hands if he's really keeping it from you.
He like raises it up a little bit.
Hey!
He's like, hold on. Do you not know? Do you not see what this looks like? What this resembles?
Yeah, it looks like Teomisia's book.
Yeah, so we should be careful about this.
Wait, does
Okay.
that mean he was consorting to Amicia too?
Baby? Does it look identical? You said it was like black, right?
It's
And kind of
it has a black border and kind of this icy like texture just on the front cover. There's no title or anything. It just has a key and latch.
order.
Brewery's gonna take out Teomisia's book and compare them.
Yeah, they look kind of similar. Tiamisia's is kind of it's more like your standard tome, kind of that beige texture.
Okay.
But this one has more of like an icy theme to it.
It's surprising that Tiamisia's is less ornate.
And you said this one has a lock and key, or just
a keyhole.
Just a keyhole.
Very
Okay.
similar to the one you have.
How many of those keys do you have left?
She kind of rubs her arm. They all got stolen in the Calder raid.
Okay, I see.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't. Well,
Can I still have it?
kind of frowns at that, but just like, sure. Before eventually handing it over.
Okay, she's gonna take it from him.
Whatever it is, though. We should be careful about that. If we ever do get those keys back.
Yeah. Something to ask Teomisia about, I guess.
Potentially, or who knows what'll happen if you use a key on if you try to use a key on that book itself.
Well, I don't think Teomisia would like that. She wanted all of them.
She can manage.
Yeah, probably, but
She shrugs.
a bridge to cross when we get there.
Oh, I also found this, and he kind of pulls out the diamond.
Ooh.
I don't have any particular use for this, and a bunch of spellcaster books.
Gimme.
They're in the library. I don't know
Oh.
if Alderion wants them, but
Alright, I don't have time to read them right now anyway. We should probably put that diamond in with Pandora for safety.
right.
Okay, I've marked it down as being there.
Regardless, what's the next move? We need to find Thor, obviously, and we
Well,
also need to try and locate that creature once its curse returns.
Well, we're kind of constrained on Thor. We've got to wait for Aiden to get that armor done.
Hmm.
But Sib and I have something else that we need to do.
Right. Could you not use this thing, the orb, to try and locate Thor as well?
Well, for one, we don't know Thor well enough for that.
Well, that's sending. This could potentially find him, but even if it did, I don't know if we'd be able to, find where he is. It's a big continent, and unless he's somewhere we've already been.
Well,
wouldn't know where to
perhaps if you were able to see him, you'd be familiar enough with him to use sending.
Possibly, but we need to use the eye right now for something else.
Oh?
Yeah.
What for?
It's personal.
He kind of frowns at that for a moment before just eventually just kind of shrugging. All right. Fair enough.
Speaking of which, are you ready, Seb?
I think so. There's a lot of things to do today.
Yeah. All right. Let's Oh, Sigurd, can I borrow your true sight goggles?
Oh, sure thing.
Just need to make
Okay.
sure we're not being spied on while we're doing this.
Okay, I see. Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead.
And she's going to use Rary's telepathic bond with Sib. It's going to be a ritual again.
Roll a d4.
Seeing
This is
that
where we
he's
both turn shiny.
seeing them start to ritual, he's going to go over here.
Ah!
We're both turning shiny. It's all
That's-
over.
Okay, you
that's
said
why
it's
I
a D20 and a D100?
Yes.
Okay. 9. 25.
Okay. Just a second. No. All right. Which was the not? Oh, I guess the D100 was the 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 25.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, the stories Sinbad and Aiden told you about being beguiled by plants, you feel like resilient against that for the next day. So what that means is you're protected from plants for one day, as plant creatures cannot attack you or harm you unless they succeed a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC.
Okay. Plants
Does that
cannot...
technically mean Aiden would need to do that? Rat type.
I guess so, yeah. So we can flavor his grass types. Okay, but Rary's telepathic bond initiates.
All right. Go outside. I'll be there in just a minute.
All right.
Oh, wait. No, we got to tell Mom and Dad what we're planning. Okay, get the stones out. Let them know.
All right. And I guess he's going to use the sending slate and type out Brave. How should I describe this?
Can we have a Zoom call?
yeah. She's gonna say, let's just say, two-way scrying, cast scrying on Sib in 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's what he's gonna put it.
All right. Who you're doing this to your father?
Yeah.
He says, sure. And he's using like some of your fur on a pillow, so you just automatically fail the.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's watching you. You feel.
Okay, and Bree's gonna use the eye to watch her dad.
Okay. Do you have?
He can choose to fail.
Okay. Yeah. He'll choose to fail then.
Okay, and then she's going to quickly run outside to be next to Sib, and she's using hearing, by the way.
Using what?
Hearing, and not visual.
Okay.
so that we can talk to him.
All right.
And once she gets outside, she's going to activate the True Sight glasses to make sure there's only one sensor.
Roll a d20 with me.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay. All right, only one sensor. Can you hear us, Dad?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, and whenever he says something, she's just going to, like, telepathically echo it to Sib. All right. Well, you wanted to talk to me?
Yes, it's very simple. I told Sinbad to take you out of wherever you are right now. Come home. I'm going to be stopwatching this for 10 minutes, by the way.
We can't do that.
And why not?
Because we need to take care of the problem here. You know about the fire curse, right?
Yes, but your brother told me of something different.
What'd you tell him?
I told him about Nero being here, but isn't that more reason to be here than less? He is part of that cause.
If that's true, then there's plenty of other capable groups dealing with that right now. I hear the Hallowed Flames are there, the Expedition Society's there. Even Abolition is there. There are plenty more of capable groups that can handle this situation, while you two are ill-equipped.
Sabrina scoffs.
Simba's just going to say, they're not winning.
They're hardly competent, Dad. The Expedition Society's security is full of holes. The Hallowed Flames are too busy going around looking for all of their sacred artifacts. Abolition's doing a who knows what, protecting all of the ferals that are out here. We're the only ones that are actually trying.
And what do you think you can do? Just you two. What do you think you can change the world? You think you're bigger in the scope of everything? You're not.
Well,
so
we did we killed 2 dragons.
You killed something?
We've kind of killed a lot of things.
It killed other people.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're doing there, but my point stands. Come home. I want you two to come home right now. Why are you even arguing about this? Why did you call me if you're just going to defy me?
Because we still haven't finished the question that I asked you and Mom before. Why did you treat Bree the way you did? You said you did it because you had to.
Am I really doing? We did it for her own good. We did it for your own good, Sabrina.
How was that for my own good?
We had to be stricter with you because you had to learn magic.
What, so you ignored me every time I learned something new?
It was to make you... It was so you could be stronger, so you could be more astute and adept. We didn't want you leading on us.
Can't believe this.
Listen, you can just come home and you can study more. If that's the problem, if that was the problem, I can help you. I can make up for it. Just, it's dangerous there. I don't want you two getting yourselves killed.
I'm sorry, Dad, we can't.
It's my responsibility. If Fulgur is keeping Nero at bay and he's given me his strength, it's my duty to stop him.
Who's Fulgur?
He's the one that blessed or cursed our family, depending on how you want to put it. Where the glyph came from.
He's a Zapdos. The Zapdos.
Look, that... Are you going around showing people that thing now?
No. But that's who Fulgur is. That's what I've learned from this. In fact, while we were out, we protected him. He nearly died.
Well, as far as we're concerned, that brand, that glyph, it comes from Nero, and this is exactly why I want you to leave there. He is dangerous if he's actually involved in this. Let the Hallowed Flames deal with this. They in the days of old, they're the ones who dealt with mages like this.
Or he just kind of looks at Sib.
Maybe so, but they are struggling to make headway out here, and they don't have the necessary tools to deal with him. They've told us as much. They need our help.
You two are not warriors. You're
We're
scholars.
Dad, we're both casting at the 5th level already.
Well, that's impressive. Yes, it still pales in comparison to what he can do. I just don't want you two to die. I love you two, and could you just do this for me, please? I'm begging you. Just stop this and come home.
There's no way back now anyway. The port's gone.
Well, we got a curious gift in the mail. Not necessarily in the mail. Delivered by the MDRA. Are they involved?
Yes, they're here.
Well,
But they're busy playing with rocks right now, so...
Well, all things considered, you got them to send this thing to us that Sinbad is contacting me through. Get them to send you home. I know they can do it. But don't share any of our secrets with them. There's a reason I didn't send you to that academy.
Oh, I understand, and I've been trying to hide a lot from them, but he just kind of looks at himself and he's like, I don't think that's possible anymore. I think if they look so much as look at me, they'll know something's up.
Okay. Well, if you're just going to block me off at every turn, why did you contact me? Why haven't you not just hung up?
Well, first and foremost, can you call Mom over? I need to ask her something.
No.
We've met someone else out here. Someone who used magic we've seen Mom use before. Someone who looked just like Nero and who erased our memories.
If you want to talk to Mom, you come home.
Do you have anything else to say, Sib?
2 minutes left.
Well, I suppose that there is one thing that has gotten out, and that is the fact that the Hallowed Flames not only knew about Nero, but suspected about me from the beginning after seeing some of my abilities, and now they know about Fulgur, too. I don't know how bad that is. I don't think they're terribly happy to hear that I'm the inheritor of Nero, though.
So you tell me this, Sinbad. You tell me this and still refuse to leave that continent. So you just wanna make me worry more. You want me to prepare the tombstone for you while I'm at it?
Sinbad actually might visibly flinch at this, and I think he might actually have a tear come to his eye. And he's going to say, "You might as well. I'm already gone."
What? Wait, what?
What?
Sinbad, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What's left of me is Fulgur. The only thing holding my body together, this body, it's not my own anymore,
You've lost
is
contact.
Fulgur. Well, I guess he's still going to be pathing this to Bree.
We lost contact, Seb.
Well, either way, I'm sure that you want to know the answer.
Yes? What are you
And-
talking about?
The only thing holding me together is Fulgur. He can't do it forever, Bree. Maybe long enough to fight Nero. If we go back, he's certainly just going to drop it. I will already be gone.
Oh. No, Seb. There's got to be some mistake.
Yeah, he shakes his head and he's like, "That's why I didn't really see a need to use this mirror. Fulgur told me as much himself."
Bree's eyes are kind of slowly turning bloodshot, and there's tears forming at the side of them. There's got to be some way, Sib.
He just kind of smiles sadly down at her, and he's just like, "I'm just glad that I can spend a bit more time with you."
She breaks down crying and just kind of hugs him and buries her face in his chest.
Yeah, he'll hug her back.
Was Sigurd while this is all going on? And Aiden, I guess.
Sigurd, he when he saw they were ritual casting, he decided to get out of there quick. So he went over here to this room, this kind of like offshoot. Is this like a
Yeah, it's like a little offshoot, little foyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went over here and yeah, he just went over here to like to kind of continue reading that book.
Which book?
The one about the Wendigo.
Oh, okay. You're
Yeah,
comprehending languages on it?
yeah, but that takes a whole hour, so
Alright.
it's not immediate.
Okay. You notice in this room too, there's like there's kind of these hammers and pickaxes all on in these display cases. They look to be made of some sturdy material.
Weird. Wait, they're in like display cases?
Yes.
That's okay. Is it a metal that he can identify?
Do a survival check.
Survival. Does Smith's tools do anything for me here?
I'll give you I'll let you use those instead, and I'll give you advantage. Oh, let you do the survival with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do that. 23. 22, my bad.
It seems these are like just specifically crafted for breaking ice. Like you'll have an easier time breaking ice if you were to use one of these. Like they're not made for stone or anything. It seems like ice is kind of the material.
Hmm.
Ice picks.
Yeah.
If
Literal.
the case is like, if it's easy enough to like get into one of those cases, I think he'll try and take one of those.
They're locked with a simple padlock.
Hmm. He's going to crush the padlock now.
Okay. You're gonna do that?
Sure, you know what? Yeah, let's try it.
You could definitely use strength. Do a just do a just do an attack roll.
Okay. Should just be that with the exhaustion. Oh wait, it was a 21, and that is not success. That is not rolling. Unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. The wrong channel, but
Oh, my bad.
you grab it and you begin crushing it. Do an attack roll on the lock.
And,
So,
that was
or,
the
I mean,
attack
a
roll.
damage
You
roll,
want me to
sorry.
do damage?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not okay. So, uh, 10.
That's exactly enough. You
Oh,
you I think some acid damage happens too, so a little overkill. As it kind of you kind of clench it, just cracks, and you just gotta drop it on the floor and lift up the lid. There are 3 of them in here. 3 hammers. Well, they're in different cases. They
he opened the one with the ice pick in it, and he'll just take one for now.
all right. Yeah, it's now in your inventory. Aiden, what are you doing?
Let's see. So we finished up with the garden. At which point, went back up there. So he's probably taking the case with the coal in it back to the forge, just to put it back. Well, not
Alright.
in the forge itself, but like where it would be.
All right. Yeah, you can place it back there. And where would you go after that?
It's a tough one because I mean, he knows that the rest of the group is kind of waiting on him to get that armor done before we can really move on. So I don't know if he would be working that immediately or what.
If that's what you want to do for kind of the rest of the day, you can do that.
Yeah,
All right, unless something else comes up. All right.
pretty much. Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Sabrina
Yeah,
and
busy.
Sabrina and Sinbad. After this emotional scene has taken place, where do you think you go from there?
Probably just back inside where it's warm.
Sinbad would probably follow Bree's lead on this one.
Okay. You are back in the foyer of the of your fortress.
All right, she's gonna go. Sigurd did mention the books that he put in the library, right?
Yes.
Okay, Bree is going to go to the library and start looking through the books for any sort of high-level necromancy spells.
Sinbad's gonna look for Aldirion. I don't know if he's in the library, but I imagine he is.
He's in there, yeah. Oh, the spellcasters. What do you want?
The books Sigurd brought here.
Oh, those? I have no use for those.
Well, good. I need them.
They're just kind of in a pile by the door.
All right. She takes them and finds a spot and starts flipping through them, looking for high-level necromancy spells, specifically resurrection-type spells.
I'm assuming Aldirion just kind of took one look at the books and just did nothing with them.
Yeah. Are you making headway on finding Thor yet?
We already killed his double.
Yes, and
We're working on the armor, which will allow us to track him down, and then we'll take him back here, I guess. Though I do have to ask you, what does the power of a great worm mean? Does that mean it's something of your people, like the 5, 6 of you, or does that literally mean when you become great worms?
the power of the great worms are forces of nature. We are what you call magic embodied. Many of the abilities we use inspired the spells you throw around to do menial chores or incinerate others with. Is that all you had to ask?
Partially. I mean, like, what is at that peak of power of a great worm that's so powerful you don't think we could take it?
Our duty as great worms is to be custodians of the world. We are meant to be more powerful than you at any given time. That is the purpose of the dragon rite. That is why it's contended against mortals. If you are able to beat us, we become stronger.
Right, but the double is when you said if any one of them got to great worm status, we would have no chance.
Yes. It's the power of the great worm is primal. It's primordial. Immense. Our duty is to wield this power responsibly, and we are all given this duty, and we abide by it. As much of a clown Pandora likes to be, I have no doubt she would wield it responsibly.
Because Sparktail, as I've started calling it, Thor's double, had control of the plane of lightning. Is that what the power of a great worm would look like outside of the realm, or is there even greater power than what we saw in there?
The reason we are forbidden from going to other planes is because our makeup is that of mana, and we integrate into it. In this case, we integrate with this plane, the material plane. And if we go to others, we assimilate all that power, and it would get out of control, possibly corrupting us in the process. That's why I believe the reason for these echoes is the meteorite that seems to be plaguing this continent. Ergo, it must be from another plane.
That would make a lot of sense. Though, yeah, I'm just curious if we should expect something more or less powerful than what we faced because it absorbed, well, so much energy that I was curious if it could stand the title of Great Worm, or if Great Worm is even more powerful than that even was.
Well, we dragons live in stages. The ones you've fought so far have no doubt been in the elder status, probably at most. If it were in Great Worm status, you would know. Trust me. And that's why I think it's of utmost importance you find the Echo of Eslith.
Yep, that's next on my list, but that's I was asking all that just to make sure I had the facts straight.
Yes. I believe once that is dealt with, things will still be dire, but that'll be out of the way. We don't have to worry about such an event taking place.
Hopefully, my theory about where or what it has become is right.
Well, what is your theory?
So, what Sparktail told us was that Eslith's Echo, I forgot her name. I don't write things down like Sigurd. I was a little preoccupied.
Belladonna.
Yeah, Belladonna. So Belladonna, he said, was manipulating us all, and there's only one mortal on this continent who is in a position of manipulation since pretty much we started exploring this continent. And she has since had a shift in power. More centralized power has come that direction, and we have a feeling that there's some guns to back it, so to speak.
Well,
Using our factions against us.
well, if that's the case, you should deal with her immediately.
Yeah, but again, that's just my theory. I need to check with sources to make sure that I'm right, because if I'm right, we will probably need a much larger force to deal with it, one that's already set in motion, actually. But if I'm not, then a lot of time and effort will be put in the wrong place.
Well, there's certainly some wisdom in your words, but you have two other capable warriors here. That child and the oaf.
Yeah, he kind of nods, and I guess at this point kind of feels bad, and he goes over to Bree, and he just kind of, I don't know, gets down to her and just says, I'll need you to cast Sending on the Moira when you're ready, so that I can figure out what she knows and make sure that this theory I have is right.
Really? Well. Alright, fine. I'll call her. And Bree will cast Sending to Moira and say, any chance you could meet back here with us in a little bit?
Sorry, I don't make house calls, Sabrina. I already told you where my information, the information I got. You can follow up on it, or you can ignore it.
She says she doesn't make house calls, Sib. Sorry.
I thought she had the ability to talk to minds.
That wasn't her. That was one of her subordinates, and it's dead now.
Oh.
In any case, I already have a pretty good lead on where Belladonna is.
So you think I'm right then?
Repeat to me in 20 words or less what you were hypothesizing.
I think Belladonna is Queen's usurper.
I have to agree with you because all of the evidence that we've seen points toward Belladonna being at a cave to the southeast of Camp Daybreak. We were told by 1 second. I forgot his name. Alderion said that Belladonna likes a certain climate. I can't remember what he said, but I do remember us thinking that it was in the underground. And I suspect there's a cave to the underground to the southeast of the Hallowed Flames.
How did you know all that? And why 20 words or less?
Well, 1, so you don't waste time. And 2, I may have had a visitor last night.
Should I guard your door at night?
No, she walked through the wall.
That doesn't stop me.
Don't worry about it, Sib. Long story short, she told me that she believes that the cave that I'm talking about is where her usurper is. She's seen her former queensmen going in and out of it. And we did see some going in that direction, so it adds up.
Do you think that we should mount our own assault of it with friends and allies, perhaps even with Moira herself? Or should we try to get the Expedition Society and Hallowed Flames to go along with us on this, if for no other reason than to make good amends with them?
I don't think Moira herself would be of much use. But I don't suspect that the Expedition Society is going to help. They're probably more concerned with trying to wipe out the Queensmen themselves wherever they lie and taking those places over than taking out the quote-unquote queen herself. They'll probably turn us down at that juncture, but it wouldn't hurt to see if they could spare someone. Same with the
Wow.
Hallowed Flames. Remember, the first thing they asked us to do when we got here was to take out Cryofang. So I would think that they would jump at the opportunity to help us destroy an abomination. But, well, you know how easy it is to get people to cooperate around here.
They want to mount an assault against Queen, and then we tell her where she is, and then they're not going to do it. I hate to say that you're probably right, but you're probably right. But I want to at least try.
I agree. The more help we can get here, the better. Unless it's Brannigan.
I don't know, he might smile so large that the dragon will just leave.
Or kill him first.
I mean, that's just a good thing both ways. He's either the distraction, or he's or he's so toxic, or his personality is so repulsive that it's repelled from the continent.
Oh, we want to keep it here, Sib. We can't kill it if it's not here.
When I have an excuse to travel the world.
Any sort of recovery she'd previously had from her
Episode
episode just kind of comes back.
I will say, going back to Sigurd too, you said you wanted to read the book.
Yeah.
All right. So the journey took place where the adventurer's friend, tasked with going after the Wendigo, he accrued several other capable fighters around the ice continent, but his progress was hindered, for during the night the friend that initially tagged along with him was kidnapped by bandits, and he had a tough choice to make on whether to press into what they assumed to be the Wendigo's lair, or go to the bring the fight to the bandits and rescue his friend. With the journey being harsh, he would waste resources and time and even morale amongst his new crew going after his friend in place of the much larger threat bringing famine throughout the ice continent. And it seems like he chose his friend to go save his friend instead. And with that decision, he lost a lot of the friends or the adventurers and fighters he met along the way, and he braved into the bandit camp. And I'll say that's as far as you got.
Okay.
For the sake of my sanity, are you guys gonna reconvene at some point?
Yeah.
I think we've
No.
finally done all of the broken pieces.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because assuming that like this would have also just been
Yeah.
the work he needed for the day and the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only one day. Who's ready to end it with going insane?
Oh, remember it's 24 hours, not.
No, it's a long rest.
No, it's a long. Yeah. I just said
Mhm.
24 hours just because I assume you'd probably do it at the start of the day.
Oh, so we're all gonna bother Eldarion.
I guess we're just gonna meet in the main
Yeah.
room, right? Aiden's
Okay,
finished his stuff, and
Yeah.
Sinbad's continuously feeling bad.
All right. Oh, how's progress on the armor, Aiden?
A bit slower than I'd like. Not like
That's-
incredibly slow, but I think I'm like a day behind schedule.
Okay. Well, unless you have some other use of clairvoyance tomorrow, perhaps we could use that to find Thor.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow's the day we want to go look for him, I think, or at least figure out where he could be. Maybe see if that we get enough to use sending on him.
Unless that curse returns.
Well, as long as Aiden's here, it won't be able to find him.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe we could just have Thor find his way here, or have
I wouldn't advise
Eldarion look
that.
for it.
I think it would be dangerous for us for that to do that. I mean, I'm sure Nero's cultists are still after them, even if they've retreated to the eastern side of the continent.
Yeah, maybe I should have mentioned that one.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
Okay.
we have a few things we need to take care of. We need to go talk to the Expedition Society, we need to talk to the MDRA, and we need to go to the Hallowed Flames.
Essentially, one thing I was up to is, well, you all know my theory that Sparktail was said that Belladonna was tricking us all, which led to be the queen, and I went to follow up on that. And
Right.
sounds like it's the right train of thought. Queen's men have
Right.
moved in weird ways and started operating out of strange locales. So if we can convince them to make their assault, we will get them to supposedly kill the queen and kill a dragon, and everyone's happy, basically.
Right. Oh yeah, Moira did tell us all the location, correct? That was before the secret stuff. Or was that
It was not.
okay.
That was the secret stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Bree's
Happened
going to
to-
show them the spot on the map and explain to them why she thinks that that's where we need to go. I propose we go to Calder, and while we're there, we try to convince the Expedition to Society to support going there and taking out this queen. Once we're done there, we can teleport to the MDRA so they know we're not dead, and from there we can head to Camp Daybreak, see if we can get any support from them as well.
Well,
Um,
the MDRA is going to be wanting
yeah,
some sort of artifact in return.
and I thought we were.
Just give them all to me and say I have them all. And then I won't go. And therefore, it's all true.
I
Uh,
suppose
don't see how that solves the problem.
that,
I mean, they'll want
yeah,
them, but they won't be able to get them because I'm not going back there.
that only delays the further
Yeah.
the inevitable.
Well, what do you want me to do? Walk up to them and say that I rescind my promise?
Considering your blue eyes and the fact that they'll probably figure out what's going on with Fulgur. No.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking best thing we can do is just scapegoat me.
I don't think that'll work, Sib. I think the best thing to do is to tell them we can't give them anything, and then I try to give them a counteroffer.
That
I do still have another meteorite geode. I could offer that to them instead.
hmm. I feel like they'd want more than that, but
Well, I'll plant a little information about astral plane travel in their ear, that there's some way to make... Well, what would you call them? Sails or fins on the boat that we saw.
Both?
both.
I'll let them know about that. Maybe they'll be able to replicate it. And then they can travel the astral plane to their heart's desire.
Or maybe they'll make us a boat and then we can do it. Except we have no reason to go into the astral plane.
Well, there is still a cloning chamber within the plane of fire. And
Oh, yeah.
maybe even more somewhere else.
We still don't know how many there are, though.
At most, there's 7. Upstairs, there's a strange mirror that showed the 3 planes, showed the basement down in Retharnatrix's cavern, I suppose it is at this point. And it also showed somewhere else that hurt to look at.
He said it was nothing.
It was nothing.
Isn't that just 4?
Sorry? Well, there were 9 sides total. I didn't look at them all.
So there could be up to 9?
There could be up to... Well, I don't think there's a
Well,
chamber...
7
where
left.
there's
if we
nothing.
destroyed 2.
There's 2, so there could... I haven't checked the other sides. There might be more, but
I'll have a look at it later.
Yeah.
If you're not
just be
putting
careful
nothing.
with that thing. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem very safe.
Yeah,
Seems
she
like
kind of
he's
looks at the traces of blood on his face, and he's
Yeah.
frozen.
frozen blood. Well, I guess it's not frozen anymore.
But he wiped it off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like he's stained.
Traces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So does that plan of action sound good to all of you?
I mean, this is after I make the armor, right?
Well, we can do some research on those things pretty much any time, but yeah.
We could
Make
at least
the
put them out.
armor, go after it, talk to dudes in the meantime. Might as well get all these done at once while we have the time.
The main thing is, I mean, we were making the armor so that we could find Thor, so...
Yeah,
Right.
but we can ask about Belladonna while you're doing that, so that way we can keep moving forward as much as we can, because time is limited.
What about
Bree looks at the ground when he says time is limited.
shoot? I lost track of the name about what I lost track of their name. What about that Decidui?
Hela?
Ela, yeah. What about her? Do you think she'll try and if we come with the information of their location that is correct, do you think she'll try and do something about that?
I think she's almost certainly going to try to block us out, and I'm hoping to reveal some info to force her to reveal a bit about herself in that stance.
Wait, block us out? I mean, if the goal is to...
Her goal is not to kill the queen. Her goal is to kill Moira. So if we target this new queen, she's going to try to stop us. So I'm hoping that we can ask her why that is, or why she thinks the dragon is not the queen. It'll help us find out more about who we're dealing with.
Perhaps. Though
that's... I mean, there's the potential that she doesn't know about the whole Moira and new queen thing.
Well, if that's true, then this will go off without a hitch, honestly.
that's fair. We should, at the very least, need to formulate some sort of compelling argument that Queen is assuredly there. Or do we have any evidence of that fact?
We've
Well-
seen the Queensmen heading in that direction. We know that there's a cave there.
That's true. Okay. And we're just going to tell them that is one of those dragons, similar to the one
Cryo
that,
thing,
well,
yes.
similar to Cryo Thing.
She nods.
Okay.
We could also tell them that Thor's doppelganger mentioned that we'll call it Sparktail for now. We could also tell her that Sparktail told us that there was someone manipulating everyone and called it Belladonna. And that fits the description of Queen, so if she's manipulating
true.
everyone, if the dragon's manipulating everyone, the dragon likes the underground area, the Queensmen are going to that cave which leads to the underground area.
Yeah, alright then. Although I think it'd probably be easier to convince the Hallowed Flames first than the Expedition Society. And they're also certainly closer. Although...
Well, the problem with that, Sigurd, is that I don't have a teleportation circle there.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have to do that on our way to find Thor, presumably. Or back with Thor. Although... yeah, my presence in these factions is going to become increasingly more difficult.
Why not wear a pair of goggles?
All right, Aiden, we have a second project for you.
Well, I've got 2 teleportation circles that we can use today. The most efficient use of them would be to go to Calder, and then to the MDRA, and from the MDRA head for Camp Daybreak.
And, Simon, you know I could just hint one of your snow goggles. Probably not that hard.
No, that wouldn't be hard at all.
Well, get to it then. Go tint him red, I guess. Although, would that make me more conspicuous to have red goggles on?
Probably just tint them black, I would assume. Also, that might hinder your vision if it's tinted red.
Well, whatever makes my eyes don't look blue while still functioning. I'm sure you'll figure something out, Aiden.
He just reaches a hand out and just motions for said goggles.
So, yeah, Sinbad gives him the snow goggles.
Regardless, we're planning on doing all this tonight? Or should we wait until tomorrow?
What time of the day is it?
It's about kind of going into the afternoon.
We've got plenty of time to do it today.
Uh,
It would mean leaving Aiden here while we go to Calder and then the MDRA, and then we'd have to spend the night there.
Well, if we're going to if we're ending the day at the MDRA, we don't want to take me either. At least, unless you think you can do those goggles like now.
It would take
How long do you think it would?
a few hours. It would take a few hours.
If by now you mean by the time the sun sets.
All right. It'll be a bit more expensive and take a bit more time, but we can just go to Calder today. Then I'll bring us back.
Sigurd just kind of like coughs in between everyone talking about how they're having issues. Or talking about complications.
Yes.
Just like, oh, no, sorry. Just have a bit of a cold.
Right.
It's okay. You have complications too with the hallowed flames.
That I do.
Well, I guess I do too now. Yay.
Well, they already know your complications, Sigurd. Or Sinbad.
I
All right,
guess.
Get to it, Aiden.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be back a bit later.
Oh, this'll delay the whole Thor project even further, won't it?
I've already got most of what I needed done today. I mean, I already know I'm behind schedule on that. But,
Well, no use standing here then.
yeah.
All right. So what's the plan?
We're going to wait for Aiden to finish the goggles, and then we're going to pop to Calder and talk to the Expedition Society, I suppose.
All right. Going into the evening, Aiden, you get to work on Sinbad's goggles. It's not difficult. It's just a little time consuming because you got to like take out the lenses and put out new ones, kind of like adhere them. But as you're working on this in your new makeshift forge, Isaac's kind of just sitting at the door. You just kind of see him sitting at the door drinking as he's just kind of watching you.
Is there something you need?
I'm just watching.
I see.
Yeah, no. With that, he's probably a lot more self-conscious about his work, and most likely ends up fumbling something.
You learned that from your old man, huh?
Yeah, he kind of taught me everything there is to know about, well, working with any of the forge stuff.
Yes, I learn lots from old man too.
Well, like what you did with the hunting.
Oh yes, lots of hunting. Father teach me to be strong, show no remorse when you stab fish, gut fish, scale fish, and enemies who defy me too as well.
So, was he a fisherman?
Oh no, you mercenary of the most feared clan of the well, every continent.
Oh. Right.
It's clear he's trying to figure out some way to small talk, but he's got no clue what to even ask.
And your father teach you all this stuff? He's make a weapon and make armor, huh?
Well, he was mostly good with armor stuff. He did teach me a lot of this. And then, I mean, I figured out how to make. I think you've seen him, Mechagros.
Oh yes, the clunky chukka chukka bang bang thing.
Yeah. Uh, Dad didn't really teach me as much when it comes to that stuff. I mean, there was a little bit, but Mom was more the one who had an idea with that sort of stuff. Mostly because she was already kind of a teacher, and
Well,
I guess the two of them.
I'll tell you, my father, he teach me lots of things, but he did not teach me one thing. The most important thing that I should have taught me before he kicked bucket. He never told me how to lead.
Lead.
That is what happened. He die, make me leader of Razor Fins. Lots of Razor Fins do not like this, and they beat me up and leave. And leave me with other half who say they loyally follow me. But then they stab me in the back for Magic Ghost.
And then
Here I am. Takes a swig of hot sauce.
He just kind of awkwardly rubs at his neck because the conversation just came out of nowhere to begin with.
Your old man not teach you something either? There's got to be something.
I don't really know if there was something he didn't teach me.
Well, is there something you're not confident in? I tell you, that incident the other day with Doorstop, I only gave it to him because he asked an annoying Pikachu dragon was egging him on. I let him choose.
You're not trying to make me drink anything, are you?
No, you're not asked. You want some? I'll give it to you. Magic Fox Girl's
No.
not here.
No.
Yeah, I was just maybe trying to show Doorstop how to lead a little bit. Show assertiveness.
Maybe the assertiveness is something.
Well,
I mean,
he make mistake, and he probably regret it. Don't want to drink it, and more for me, I guess.
I kind of meant more with Dad.
Oh,
At least, figuring out what I want to do for myself.
Mm.
Never mind.
Well, have you killed someone yet? That makes it a lot easier.
He just he flinches a little at the bluntness.
All I am saying is you kill something, it just becomes easier and easier, and make you more assertive, make you a real fighter.
That's not. That's really not what I meant.
I figure that's what life is you kill for money.
I don't know if I would really agree with that one.
Well, I'm living the dream because of it.
Killing for money and drinking hot sauce.
Yes, very good.
I don't think I see the appeal.
Well, I guess you just got to find your own way, whatever. But listen, I'm going to take Doorstop out to... We are going to take care of the hunting and the wood for the burning, so you do not need to worry about that. I think I have to teach him how to kill fish. I see him wincing every time I do it. Have to desensitize him if he's going to live here.
Mm-hmm.
But once his head not hurting anymore. He only had a sip, you know. He's lightweight.
I don't really know what that means, but the hunting thing, I kind of get. It's a lot different from, well, what we fought out on the road.
Oh yes, it's very different. You kill stupid animal and eat it. Stupid animal did not do anything you need to have revenge over. You just kill it to survive.
Right. I should probably get back to working on these.
Okay, I will leave you alone. And he just kind of bluntly just walks away. Alright.
Just like a few very confused but awkward blinks, and then he just goes right back to trying to attach the lenses.
Alright, yeah. So throughout the day you manage to modify these goggles to kind of tint the eyes. These kind of makeshift contact lenses to fit Sinbad's head. And Eureka, they are done, but it's kind of encroaching on the evening, as you predicted, at about 5 p.m.-ish.
Finally. And yeah, well, he doesn't always set here.
He picks up the goggles and starts making his way down towards the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Just to try to find wherever the heck Sinbad is.
Yeah. You eventually find him around the keep, just yelling his name or going to his favorite areas.
Sinbad?
Yeah.
Oh, good. They're done.
Awesome. Hopefully this will have the intended effect. He puts them on and he's like, all right, so how much effort would you have to tell my eyes are blue?
The way that they're tinted is just it kind of it really just does mask it as long as you're wearing it.
Don't see anything weird.
All right. Well, I know that you really mean it because of that guy at your side there, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess here goes nothing. I hope I'm really convincing, because otherwise this is going to be messy.
Okay. What do you do from here?
We're ready, right?
Yeah, I
that's
think
everything. Is it geek here?
we're ready.
Yeah, I've been here.
Okay. In that
Take-
case,
I've been.
I mean, if we're coming
we're-
back here at the end of the night, we could take Aiden with us.
Do you want
It's
to go?
like, does he need to go? I don't know.
I don't think he does need to go technically.
But also,
one-
it's not like I can do more work on the armor for the day.
Well, flip the coin, Ice. Do you want to go or not?
Yeah, I'll just say yeah.
Okay. Sabrina will open the wormhole and we'll go to Calder.
All right. So you initiate your teleportation circle, and the unknowns swirl around you and whisk you off to the southwestern corner of the continent. As you materialize in Alabaster's shop, it is empty in here because he's not expecting you, and you find yourselves in the basement.
We're here, Alabaster. Don't punch us when we come up there, okay?
It's you four. Yes. Yes. The Expedition Society wanted me, or the MDRA wanted me to tell you, wanted me to tell them when you arrived here.
Ah, right.
Well, isn't that great? Let them know that they're next on our list of people to visit.
Okay, yes. I don't know what it's about, but they told me to notify them if you were to use this teleportation circle. They said you'd probably look almost dead if possibly, but you look fine. Well, except you. You have the kind of that stain of blood coming out of your snout there.
Don't worry about it. Bad morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, let them know that we will see them tomorrow.
All right then.
Thank you, Alabaster.
Well, is there anything you would like to buy though?
Well, do you have any specials again today, or
Well,
not so much?
they told me to give you a 25% discount, which I am not a fan of, but
Alright, well,
I have three items here. It's the charm special. So I have these spectacles right here. The Eyes of Charming, I believe they're called. And it's a sister item, the Staff of Charming. And one more item I have is the Bowl of Commanding Water Elementals. They turn to ice, but it works the same.
That's oddly specific.
so the charming items, what are the specifications on those?
Well, with the Eyes of Charming, they have 3 charges in them, and you are able to charm creatures with the goggles, provided the target can see you.
Are they aware that they've been charmed?
Oh, it's linked to the charm person spell, so yes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
You said a bowl of commanding ice elementals?
Water elementals, but they turn
Water elementals.
Yes, you speak the bull's command words, and it summons a water elemental, as if you.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
And it can be used indefinitely?
It can use you once a day.
Interesting. Well, I know water elementals are nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, it would be fire elementals, but
Right. Not everyone can use that.
We just
Well, no
call
one
it
can use it here.
No one can use it.
regional branding.
How much is it?
The bowl?
Yes.
The bowl would be, it's usually 8,000, but it's on special right now, and with your discount, that'll come to 5,000.
How pained does he look when he says that?
Really?
That's still a bit too rich for my blood.
Well, it's usually 8,000, and the special is 1 day only.
I mean, we could split it up between the three of us. I know that Bree kind of needs her money to keep progressing.
She nods.
I'm just deciding whether or not it'd be worth the investment.
Does it require attunement?
No, it does not.
Oh.
Oh.
You can see Aiden, meanwhile, is actually looking at the shop a bit.
Yeah.
Eventually comes across, assuming that he has one, a handy haversack.
What about one of these?
He has whatever's in the document.
Yeah, that's why I'm naming that one.
Okay.
Yours handy haversack.
Yep.
All right. So that would be priced at a 25% discount. That would be 200 plus 200 plus 100. That'd be 500.
What?
It'd be 1.500.
1,500.
All right. He will buy that.
So if we pulled our money together, it'd be at 1,667 from the three of us to get that bowl.
Up to y'all if y'all think it's worth it. I have the money for it, but
I figured.
Do we think it's worth it?
I mean, action economy, man.
The staff of charming, by the way, I don't want to really read it out, so here you go.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, I can see why you don't want to read that out.
I mean, I think it could be worth having, if for nothing else, for Sigurd to get flanking, because he just summons something to flank with him.
Sigurd summons a guy.
Sigurd summons a guy. And together, between the two large creatures, they sandwich him.
Once a day, it's
Once per day, I create a dude.
I mean, I'm down for that plan if you guys want to spend a 1,667 with me.
You know what? I think it's funny. I can spend the money. I'll throw in like 300 if.
I mean, 3,000.
Or 3,000. I'm looking at platinum pieces.
Oh, right. We have
All
that.
right. And then that'd be 1,000 from me and Aiden. That works
If y'all
for
want
me.
to do that, or if not, I can just
I'm
spend
fine
the whole
pitching
thing. Okay.
I'll
I'm
just
like,
deposit the 100 platinum since that's.
yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll
There
take
we
it.
go. You have it.
Deal. As he gives you this golden bowl.
Hmm.
Now Aiden's got the haversack, which is basically just the backpack version of a bag of holding.
But it's bigger, so we can stuff medium creatures in it.
Oh, I love that for us.
Let's see.
All right.
The difference the haversack is.
On to what we came here for, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Sure.
we will do that next time.
Next time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He knew
Desperately
the shopping would allow him to prepare for this.
desperately throwing things at you to eat up time because there's no way this would probably go out in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's true.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Staff is nice, but
Yeah. Interesting. Didn't go the way I expected this all to go. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I guess this is what we're doing, and we're going to speak with Apollo next time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You forgot your blueprints, by the way. Anyway, I'll see you next time.
yes, we screwed up. Let's go.
What?
The blueprint.
We gotta go back, guys.
Oh.
We gotta go back.
Yeah,
All right.
we're not coming without those. I don't think.
Dang it.
Yeah, some interesting developments. We'll see you guys
All right,
next
well,
time.
We'll see Apollo tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.